So in the story where um, we have this redheaded farm boy who just seems so out of place at college, but his passion seems so out of place from where he's from. I can't remember his name right now, but I really resonated with this story personally because uh, wanting to go into ministry was a hard thing for me. My own dad wanted me to be an engineer and work with him in his construction business, and I just remember these feelings coming back to me where I just really resonated with this guy because my dad, he had this strong desire for me to pursue this thing that he thought was going to help our family. It was gonna correlate with his job, so we could be together a lot. And I realized that I had this different calling on me. That my heart was not so much in this place of mathematics, and my heart was not in this place of doing construction stuff, but rather this idea of wanting to speak and minister to people and just be with people all the time. I remember a specific instance that I really felt this idea of not being accepted with what I was doing in school from my dad because I had told him at one point early on that God is calling me to ministry. I told my dad this, and he literally told me face to face, "No, you're not. Um, you're doing ministry. This is what you've been working for throughout high school. This is what you've been looking at colleges for." And I realized, no, like this is not my calling. And so that for me has really, especially reading this story, has made me look back on the way that God's calling on my life may not have been so apparent early on in my life, but that uh, that it is one of the truest things that we can follow. Um, and later in life, I received the same affirmation. So this story kind of resonated with me on multiple levels because later I remember I was back home with my dad during a summer working for him at his golf course, doing this hard manual labor that I was used to doing. I was good at it because I'd been doing it all through high school, and now I'm 20 years old back at the golf course doing this again as a summer job. And I remember my dad saying to me, like, son, he was like, I was going to tell you that I wasn't going to support you in your college endeavors if you continued ministry. He was like, I had thought this all through, how I was going to tell you, and I was going to tell you if you wanted to keep pursuing this, that you would have to look into it financially all on your own. I wasn't going to help you. But then he had told me that when he had seen me at school with my friends and seen the passion that I had when I was showing him my classrooms and talking about the things that we were doing in class, showing him the books that we were reading, um, that even my dad, he kind of submitted to my calling that God had for my life and finally realized and came alongside me and now supports me in my calling. And so I thought it was just really amazing to see that kind of this story that this boy in the story experienced, how it can resonate so true in today's world and in my own life.